All right, and welcome to the Reload podcast. I am here today with Raw Materials Emily, and what we are going to do today is talk a little bit about what Raw Material, the South London-based charity, does for young people, and how they work with young people, giving them new opportunities or giving them a way forward with the kind of creative industry. So to kind of start this off, I think what would be good is to hear from you about what Raw Material does or what it is.
Yeah, of course. So Raw Material is a music charity. We're based in South London in Brixton. And what we do is we run different projects, workshops, sessions for young people in music. So we have actually two strands of work. Our first strand is working with young people from about 8 onwards. And our second strand of work is mental health. So we support people within our local communities, within Lambeth and London-wide. And we, we're an organisation that, again, provides music, developing skills, progressing routes into the music industry. It could just be that you're really good at music and you need somewhere to go to practice, rehearse. It could be, a place that you need to go just for your hobby, just somewhere that's safe and that you can do something that you enjoy.
So am I right to say it is giving people a neutral and creative space to kind of let whatever talent or passion they may have kind of flourish and develop and grow?
Yeah, that's it. We run a range of different workshops. So it could be, currently we've got lyric writing, we have studio sessions, we have live music. So there's quite a big range of, different activities that people can join in.
Right.
And it's, we're lucky, we've got a really great space, we have great facilities.
Yeah.
So young people have actually quite a good opportunity to come and join us.
Yeah, I know Joshua and myself have been down to Raw Material and seen what you guys do. And I know you have you've got a bunch of studios there, and you have a live room as well, and you've got an editing suite as well.
Yes.
Which is really, it's far better
it's very good,
than what the kind of things that I had grown up in sixth form or even university.
Yeah. Same. Yeah, I know.
Which is great to see. So, I mean, you were saying it's from the age 8 and upwards?
Yeah. Again, it just depends on the funding we have and at the age ranges that we need to work with. But we start from about 8. Sometimes it can be younger. And again, the part that I predominantly work with is young people, so that is from 8 to 25. Sometimes we get people slightly older, and we've got space that's called Downtime, which we get a lot of young entrepreneurs, people that do graphic design, they filmmakers, and they're just sort of starting off in their career, and they can use our space without having to join a session or a project, and they can just come and use the space, basically.
Right.
So it's about just giving creatives the opportunity to develop their talent. And there's not a lot of spaces around that people have, they can make music, they can edit films, and it's there for them to use.
And is this something you were saying about Downtime? Is this something that they can literally come in and
yeah, they can come in.
Everything?
Yeah, as long as, again, if they're under 25, they join up and are part of our project, it's fine. They're open to use the space as long as they come in and they're actually focused and they're doing something, creative. Then
and by joining, when you said joining the projects, what exactly does that involve or entail?
So, depending on the project we have coming up, they can come to they can go on our website and see what projects we have running. Some of them they can come. There's no start point; it's just a continual project. And some of them have start dates, so they can come. They can. Contact us and just join up. It's quite easy.
And is it usually do you have a lot of people on the projects, or is it smaller groups, or is it individuals? And is there guidance in the projects? Is there like a session leader?
Yeah.
How does it work?
We always have people running the sessions. So again, they can be group sessions where people may be writing, rapping, recording stuff. There'll always be a facilitator on each of the projects, apart from the Downtime project.
Right.
And we've always got, music professionals that are working with them. So we have some great people that work with us who are again, studio engineers, they're rappers, they're musicians themselves. Most of the staff are actually, musicians themselves. And I think that gives a really nice, it just allows young people to work with people who have or are sort of doing their own music at the moment.
Yeah.
They've had experience doing music, and
Yeah,
they're really good at
absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
Some of them we've just hired someone new. She has a show at Represent Radio. So now we've turned one of our studios into a podcast room, and now we're doing
Nice.
podcasting and radio stuff, and something that we've been wanting to do for ages. So it's nice to have different people bringing different talents,
Yeah.
that they can share.
I imagine it must really help having, people who are leading these courses with that real world experience,
Yeah.
rather than
Yeah.
it feeling like a school classroom environment.
I think that's what's really nice about our space. We have a lot of different young people and a lot of young people from challenging circumstances, and to be able to work with people, and a lot of our staff are quite local. It's good that they can identify with a lot of the young people we work with.
Yeah.
They might have been in similar situations when they were young, and I think that's quite a key element with working with the young people we have, is sort of having shared experiences or having that passion for music,
Yeah, there's that understanding there.
Yeah.
And so are the projects open to people specifically from Brixton, where you guys are based, or is it London or?
Yeah, a lot of our funding is for young people within Lambeth.
Right.
But we will, if someone wants to join and they're not from Lambeth,
You're not gonna turn them away.
it's about everyone sort of being able to join and feeling included,
Yeah.
And we're very, inclusivity is really important to us. Young people feeling that they can come, everyone is welcome. We work with a lot of young people who have disabilities, who have maybe different challenges, mental health, a wide range, and it's about everyone feeling really welcome,
Yeah. I mean, it's really great to hear. I mean, like I said, when we were down there, we saw loads of people.
Yeah.
One time we were down there, we saw loads of people, and like every single room was packed.
Yeah. There's a lot of fighting over the studios and spaces, which is really good.
I imagine so, because you got really good facilities down there.
Yeah.
But how would it work if there's somebody who wants to make music from Lambeth or South London? There's somebody who wants to make music, but they don't have the budget to go to a studio, or they don't have the budget to. Or they don't have the means or the knowledge to get their music out there, to find a writing partner or to find a producer.
Yeah.
Would it be the case that they get in touch via the website, or they sign up to a project, sign up to a course?
We run a project called Artist Development.
Right.
And that runs predominantly on a Friday, and that's one-on-one studio time with. We have 3 producers in that day.
Amazing.
And they're doing studio sessions, and then. They do some in the week, but Friday's the main day. And then on the evening, we have a live session. So we get all the young people that work on the studio sessions, and they come in to rehearse. And we found that a lot of them collaborate.
Yeah,
they meet other people. They're always working together. And just because of the building space, and as I said, we've got downtime. We've got a lot of young people up there who are, filmmakers. They've got their own little companies. I think a lot of them do collaborate.
Yeah.
We if there's a young person who's really passionate, they're really focused, we will do whatever we can to give them space, basically, as long as they fit into the criteria. It's fine. I mean, money can be an issue for a lot of young people, but everything we offer is free.
Yeah, so for me, that's one of the most attractive things about what you guys do, offering space, without a fee, without a payment, because it is something that can really drain funds really quickly. Even just if you think about Rehearsal Space, even some of the cheapest spaces in London, about £7,
It's really expensive
per hour.
Yeah.
So if you're a young person who doesn't have a job, or is still still does have a job and is trying to balance rent with living expenses, to pay £7.50 or £7 an hour.
No.
And you want to rehearse,
I mean,
say,
most
4
studio
hours.
times, I don't know, but a few that I know, I mean, it's £25 an hour.
Yeah, I'm the £7 is lower tier, dark dingy room somewhere in London.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them set up their own studios.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's really great. But I think
Yeah.
there's something about coming into a professional studio that's really
Totally.
attractive.
Especially, as you were saying, when you have the people to offer support and guidance.
Yeah.
Not only are they, professionals within the music industry, but also people who maybe are local and have shared similar life experiences. I think that's really great. And like I was saying, we have been down and we have checked out what you guys do.
Yeah, of course.
And I know for a fact that there are some really cool musicians who've come out of projects that you guys have run. And a whole bunch that we would love to feature, one day on our channel.
Our starting point is about them sort of learning the skills, being at that beginning point where they're developing their vocals or their style, or they just learn to make some beats, or it's not it's the beginning part for them to then go on and do gigs and shows and go on different channels or music blogs, or it's sort of, for us, our main outcome is just gaining confidence, self-esteem, being able to socialise in your local area, feeling safe, and gaining skills at the same point. And that's what's nice about Raw Material. It's very welcoming, very friendly.
Like a community space.
Yeah, it is a community space. It is.
I think there's tremendous value in that, because from what we see when artists are developing, there's a period where they say, "Hey, this could be something," and in that period, you need to have space or time to play around with things, like you were just saying, your writing style, or figuring out what kind of music you want to make, or what people you want to connect with, and to be able to provide a space and a safe space and an area with professionals in there to kind of develop your almost the teenage years. It
is. It's important, career. And I think a lot of the young people that come in, they're quite young. It's about learning how to be professional, and to respect the space, and to understand that if you want something, you have to work for it. But for them, it is they take it on, and it does become an important place, almost like their second home. So just teaching them how important it is to, again, respect the equipment, or really take pride in our space is actually really important for them. And that's what's lovely about it. But it's those little things that sort of add up to create the big picture for them.
I mean, somebody needs you need at that space or that area or that environment to kind of nurture you and push you further and learn those lessons. So I wanted to ask, what projects do you guys currently run? So you said there's an artist development one.
We have a lot of different things, and also we have a few different charities we work with, and they come and use our space.
Cool.
So I don't know if you want me to do a little run through, maybe.
Yeah, go for it. That sounds great.
So apart from, if we're talking about young people's projects, on a Monday we work with a really lovely charity. They're called School Ground Sounds, and they go into schools and they sort of pick talent from different schools.
Are
and
they
then they do
the session ones?
Yes, so they come in and they do film sessions, which are lovely. And so they bring a group every week from a different school, and we run sessions with them in our studio, and they're filmed. We've actually been working with a local estate with them recently, which has been good.
And what have you been doing with the estate?
Well, I mean, so Raw Material is situated in between two estates.
Right.
So, it's important for us to reach out to them and work with a lot of young people that are really interested in their music, obviously their grime, their hip-hop. So we sort of allow them to have studio space and to come in and write lyrics. And again, it's about, teaching them how to write lyrics that are thinking outside the box. We have a policy that we don't let young people say anything that's inappropriate, violent. We like to work with young people to think about their lyrics, and if they want to be successful in music, how can they take what's happened to them and express it in a different way, basically. So that's sort of, we do that across all of our projects. But so on Monday we run SGS, which is School Ground Sounds, and then on a Tuesday we do one-on-one sessions with some young people. We also run a project called Street School. Street School is a project where we work with young people who don't, who are not accessing school at the moment. So they may be excluded. They might have, they might not be able to go to a mainstream school. And we work with a PRU called Park Campus, and that's a local school. And they come in and we do studio sessions with them.
Right.
And again, it's about working with a school to give opportunities to young people who wouldn't have the opportunity before. And we do that Wednesday and Thursday. So we work with schools on that.
Right.
So again, if there's a young person from a local school who has maybe been excluded and that they know that they can engage them through music, we will take them, we have them in our studio in the day. And we sort of give them accreditation through sort of AQAs and arts awards. So they're still kind of accessing education,
sure,
while they sort of get back on their feet and back into mainstream school.
Yeah.
And then Tuesday, we've got a new project. It's called Raw Bars.
Okay.
And that's lyric writing, songwriting, lyricism, and music production.
Right.
So we've got a group, and we're writing lyrics with them, learning about different rap styles and sort of a little bit of the history.
Yeah.
And then they create some music and we record it for them. And the recording side is about learning how to manage the studios, how to record, how to master, how to mix music. Which is brilliant, but that's again just
really
started. Yeah.
Skills.
Yeah.
How's it going so far?
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
We've got a very interesting group at the moment.
Oh, really? How many?
I think we've got. Again, it's only the second week. I think we had about 12 on Tuesday. It's going really well. Yeah.
A manageable group.
We've got 3 staff that work on that, and each have different. So we've got like a guy's a lyricist.
That's really cool.
We've got and then 2 studio producers. So
it seems like you guys really give the attention to people rather than just throwing 30 people in a room and going, no, do your thing. Here's one person to help out. I think that's great. I wanted to ask you, a few weeks ago I was talking to somebody else on the podcast about British music and the direction it's going, and we were saying it's really, really strong at the moment.
Yeah, it is.
And we have, people who are doing really big things in the US and all of that kind of stuff. But I wanted to bring that back to what you do, because you said you're in between 2 estates and that you get a few people coming down to work on, hip-hop production or rapping or grime. Now, as we all know, grime is the thing of the moment in the mainstream. And kind of mainstream audiences have really started to pay attention to it, especially with everything that's been going around with Stormzy.
Yeah, I know.
He's
actually in Brixton too next
really?
month. Yeah.
No way. Is there anything going on there with you guys?
I hope so. I'm trying to form a little thing going on there, but let's see.
That would be cool.
Even just to go down there.
Oh yeah, just to check it out.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to ask you was, being that there are a large amount of your audience, or a fair amount of the participants that you work with, are focused on that genre and that kind of music. I remember seeing an interview with Stormzy, and he was saying how he just wanted to give it a go, and it went well. So with the rise of that genre of music at the moment in the mainstream, have you seen a change of people coming through, or is there more ambition? Or has it always been that there's ambition there, but it's just not been mainstream?
Being located where we are, a lot of the young people have always been into their rap, their garage, their grime, their that sort of genre. Actually, recently we've had a lot more younger guys coming in who are really interested in their grime. We've always had it, but recently we've got loads knocking on our door. I think it's nice. I think, with Stormzy in the public and he's talked about his mental health, and he's talked about all these different things that affect young people. I think it does encourage young people to come forward. I think they feel like they see maybe organisations like ours and maybe feel like, oh, what's in there?
Sure.
So they've walked past all the time and they don't come in. But I think recently we've had a lot of young guys coming in and really interested in sort of really pushing it.
But I imagine that's the trigger, a mainstream or a person maybe with a similar background as them,
They can. They've got an inspiration. They've got someone who they
Absolutely.
can look to and be like, actually, I can make it. I can if I work really hard, or you know, maybe it's something I can do. We've got a young guy that we've been working with quite a lot, and he's just been releasing some music. And I think, you know, just being in our environment, meeting people, and seeing people like Stormzy or there's loads at the moment that are really doing well.
Yeah,
it really encourages them.
Absolutely, yeah.
And they're in the mainstream, and you know, they sort of get overlooked, a lot of these guys, and they don't have to. They can come. They can be a voice in their community, within music. You know, it's really important.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm sure it gives them lots of confidence.
I mean, it must. It must. But it's great to see that on top of that inspiration, there's now a place that they can act upon.
Yeah, exactly.
I wanted to ask you about. I know you did some. I'm not too sure whether it was outreach or if it was. I'm not too sure what it was, but I remember when we spoke about a year ago, you had a trip to New Orleans, or
So a part of a different part of our work is we do a lot of touring work.
Right.
So we've done a lot of international work.
Right.
So we have been to New Orleans.
Awesome.
We've been to Australia, Holland, Italy, France. We've actually got a trip to New York this year.
No way. Are you going on that one?
I am going on that one.
Brilliant.
So we're sort of collaborating with a really nice organisation, hopefully called Building Beats. We go to Senegal every year, a part of their hip hop festival they have there, and we always take young people. So our priority is to take young people who are involved in our projects and take them out of their environment, because a lot of them they haven't gone on planes before. They've not actually gone out of Brixton or their local area, and for them it's really important. Our director thinks it's really important to give them new opportunities, and I think the whole point is just spreading their experiences, because once you do that, they're so much more open to other things.
Totally.
So we've done some really good work.
And how do you pick the participants for that?
Normally, if you know, we get young people that come quite a lot, they're really engaged in our projects, and we get to know them, then we sort of offer it. We're actually going on a summer school project.
No way.
And we're taking about 8 young people to the south of France, and it's just going to be like a collaborative music journey.
Amazing.
We're taking 8 young people, as I said, and some of our staff.
Yeah.
And it's just sort of a nice opportunity.
Absolutely.
You know, it's not about. It's about stepping out of your area and just doing something that's exciting, something that you wouldn't have done before.
I mean, what is really important is the Headspace. I know. We run retreats on Reload sessions or Reload, and one of our when artists ask us about the retreats, one of the really, really important things that we tell them is it's an opportunity to get out of the city and to be in the mountains or be in the forest. And that sounds so silly, when you're talking about it. But just to remove you from the traffic and the underground, people bashing into each other. And, it's a really good opportunity to reset and refresh.
We work with a lot of young people who are gang affected, and they really struggle with going to different areas. They really struggle with it. Some of them struggle with even walking down one road, even going to Brixton Road, and we're literally on Brixton Road. So for us, even to go down to One Extra or to go down to different places just on trips, it really means a lot to them. Just getting them out of their areas. I think that's the problem. I think there's a lot of issues going on there, and if they can break free of their area, more opportunities come out, and they see that they can do more than just whatever they've been told. Basically, there's more opportunities out there. We are actually next month we're doing a national touring project.
Cool.
So we're going to, we're going to Nottingham, Folkestone, and it was Birmingham. It's not Birmingham anymore. Oh gosh,
is this you taking people from London to these places, or is it?
We are going there. So we've got a team together, and we're going out to these different places, and we will be running, music projects, creative art projects. So we go to different cities. We run projects in different arts organisations that are there, and then we bring them all to London, and they do a final show with us.
So cool.
Yeah. It's really
Folkestone's an
cool.
interesting one. How come Folkestone?
Yeah, Folkestone. There is a reason.
Yeah.
We've got collaboration. We've got a partner there, and we've been there quite a few times.
Yeah.
I can't remember the organisation, but we've always had a good link with them.
Yeah.
And they've got a really good group down there that we know and that we like to go and work with. So
that's good to hear.
Yeah.
I was going to say, there's with the UK and touring, like I think that stuff is so important as well. I know you're going to these places.
Yeah.
But even myself, London, born and bred, there's so many places in England that I have never been to. Like, and I'm talking major cities here.
Yeah.
And I just feel like to get out there,
to
get out there, or to go on one of your projects, or to be working on a project, raw material, and then go on to one of the trips. I think
it's a really good opportunity.
A really cool opportunity.
Yeah.
So Emily, I want to ask you one final question. Something that we ask everybody who has featured on the podcast. I know it's a bit different for you because you work with artists or musicians or producers in an earlier stage of their career. The question is really simple. It is, in your opinion, what makes a successful artist?
Oh, yes. I think what makes a successful artist is probably a little bit of dedication. I think with social media and marketing themselves and promotion, a lot of young people sort of at that stage they can get quite stuck with the consistency of pushing yourself out as an artist, and for me I think that's probably quite important. That's what I've seen from the young people that we work with. They just need to keep pushing themselves out. You kind of have to be a bit of a brand nowadays.
Absolutely.
And I think they get stuck at that point, and it is just about being consistent. If you're really passionate about it, this is really what you want to do. You have to go to gigs, you have to socialise with people, you have to go to events, and you have to kind of put this up on your social media, and keep producing work. For me that's key. Where I see that's where a lot of them kind of fall through, and some of them really do well, is just being consistent and keep going. And you won't always get every opportunity that comes to you, but just keep pushing, keep asking, and then I think the opportunities come. But for me, I think it's consistency.
Absolutely. Consistency is massive. I don't think I don't think a lot of people understand when they want to become get involved with the music industry. I don't think they understand how consistent you have to be, or how hard you need to work to get it.
Yeah, and realistically, what it's like, what it is to be an artist. I think I work with a lot of young people. They've got these really big dreams and big ideas, and they see a lot of the culture out there from America, and they. That's what they look up to. That's what they want to be doing. And I think just being a bit more realistic and thinking, okay, I might have to go to uni as well as doing my music, or I might have to get a part-time job as well as doing my music. But if I keep going, I will do it.
Yeah.
And it might be that I'm not, on the O2 Arena and I've got thousands of people, but that I'm a touring musician and that I'm getting good gigs. And I think it's steps, but for me, it's that.
Definitely,
Yeah.
I definitely agree. Emily, thank you so much for your time today. I wanted to ask you, what is the best way for people to get in touch with some of the projects that you run?
Yeah. So they can go on our website, which is www.rawmusicmedia.co.uk. We've got Instagram, Facebook, we've got YouTube. You can check out YouTube, Twitter, and that's all Raw Music Media.
So that's artists who, or people who want to be, learn new skills, or look more into producing something, or writing lyrics, or even other creative roles.
Yeah.
Is it just a case that they can get in touch with you guys and sign up to a project?
Yeah, they can sign up. They can see what's going on. They can always contact the office and speak to us, and we can always talk to them about some options. And they're welcome to come around, have a look at the building. Yeah. And then we can see where they fit in.
I mean, I definitely think it's something that some of the our audience who are looking for a space, or a positive space, or a good environment to kind of write music, make music, learn new skills. Really think it could be really beneficial to some of our audience. So I really encourage everybody who's listening to this, if you're looking for a space or you're looking for, you know, an environment to work with some cool people, it's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, I think just on one point of that, a lot of creatives out there, whether it is photography,
Yeah.
you know, design, music, there are a lot of places that they can go. It's just about having a look and finding out. We work with a lot of creative organisations, and there is a lot out there for young people. You just have to sort of, you've got to go and have a look for it, but it is there.
I mean, I'll be honest, before I knew about you guys, I didn't really know that a place like yours existed. And I know definitely for Joshua and myself, when we started with Reload, something, you know, knowing what you guys do would have been really beneficial. So I know that there's going to be lots of people who can really take value from what you guys do. So Emily, thank you so much for coming down today. I really appreciate your time. And it's been fantastic learning about what you guys do. And hopefully we'll be sending some musicians or artists your way.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks, Emily.